Hey, it's your boy the Crypto Goon, and shout out to all my crypto goons for pulling up once again. Your man Trump just gave CZ of Binance a pardon. Let's check out the news report, and then we're gonna react to it.
Tonight at the White House, President Trump defended his decision to pardon the founder of Binance, who goes by the nickname CZ, running the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange that also happens to host the Trump family's crypto firm. I asked the president about this decision earlier at the White House today. Today you pardoned the founder of Binance. Can you explain why you chose to pardon him, and did it have anything to do with his involvement in your family's? The founder of Binance. He has an involvement in your own family's crypto business.
I believe we're talking about the same person because I do pardon a lot of people. I don't know. He was recommended by a lot of people. A lot of people say that. Are you talking about the crypto person?
Yes.
A lot of people say that he wasn't guilty of anything. He served 4 months in jail. They say that he was not guilty of anything. That what he did, well, you don't know much about crypto. You know nothing about nothing. You're fake news. But let me just tell you that he was somebody that, as I was told, I don't know. I don't believe I've ever met him. But I've been told a lot of.
The insider trading relationship, whatever you want to call it, is absolutely obvious right now.
He had a lot of support, and they said that what he did is not even a crime. It wasn't a crime, that he was persecuted by the Biden administration. And so I gave him a pardon at the request of a lot of very good people.
Despite what the president said there, in 2023, CZ actually pleaded guilty to these crimes, that he failed to maintain an effective anti-money laundering program for the platform. He agreed to step down as the CEO and ended up paying a $200 million in fines. The company itself paid more than $4 billion in penalties following that years-long investigation that alleged Binance allowed bad actors to operate on the platform, enabling transactions linked to child sex abuse and narcotics, even failing to report transactions for financing terrorist organizations like Hamas and Al-Qaeda. Basically, they could move money around on the platform. CZ was ultimately sentenced to 4 months in prison, but back in May, he made it clear he was pursuing a pardon from the president.
Now, let me say this really quick, right? When somebody takes a plea deal, right? So let's just say he wasn't guilty. Now, sometimes people take a plea deal because they're like, look, it's going to cost you millions of dollars to fight this thing. If you lose, the judge could just straight up throw the book at you. You may get 20 years, 10 years, but he got 4 months. So he probably was like, shit, I'm not trying to be locked up for forever. So, for a long time anyway. So he probably just like, fuck it. I'll just plead guilty, take the 4, have the felony on my record, and I'll just pay, the fine or whatever. But imagine, right? He get hit with the fine. He get maximum time. And in addition to that, spends millions of dollars, and also the time going to and from court. That trial, we don't know how long that trial could last, And the other thing is, what's crazy to me is, in addition to that, some of these organizations operate throughout the banking system anyway. Your Bank of America's, your Wells Fargo's, and you don't really see any of those guys go to jail, because really that sounds like to me, and I'm not a lawyer, but that sounds like to me that that's the job of, whatever, the FBI or whoever oversees, how people are using money throughout the banking system, right? That guy is just the exchange owner, right? He's just the one that owns it. No difference than whoever the president is or the executives are on the board of Bank of America or Wells Fargo, right? And Wells Fargo does all types of illegal shit all the time. And no single person goes to jail. They just get hit with a fine. So that's also crazy when it comes to this story.
I certainly wouldn't mind one. But the legal means to apply,
of
right?
Course,
I got lawyers applying.
The reason the pardon matters is it means that they can now allow Binance to operate in the United States again, potentially benefiting a company that has ties to the president's family's crypto firm, which is World Liberty Financial. Binance hosts the Trump family's crypto firm on its platform. Binance has also helped popularize World Liberty Financial's proprietary tokens, the sale of which has generated hundreds of millions of dollars in fees for the Trump family. In fact, one of the biggest sources of income found in the president's financial disclosure report earlier this year was a $57 million token sale that was made from World Liberty Financial. The Wall Street Journal estimated that WLF has added more than $5 billion in paper wealth to the Trump family fortune, surpassing actually the president's real estate assets. Just last week, we had Eric Trump here on the program. We asked him about how much of the family's wealth is now intertwined with crypto. Some people want to know, how do you draw the line between what he does as president and what your family does as business?
Well, I think you know me well enough to know that I stay the hell out of Washington, D.C., and I always have. And listen, again, we found crypto because we were debanked. They tried to take everything away from us, and we found that industry because of that.
I think some people might want to know, how do you determine, whether something is a conflict of interest? Who really is doing that in this position for you?
Well, obviously we have external ethics advisors. We take that very, very seriously.
So you don't ever talk about crypto with your dad?
I really don't.
Joining me tonight is the Democratic.
Now I feel like they should have let homeboy answer that. They just tried to make him look stupid. That's the only thing I don't like about the news. They just tried to make him look stupid without allowing him to answer the question. I mean, come on now. We know that there's a lot of insider stuff going on, but at least let the people defend themselves. Let's hear from them, right? But anyway, I'm not going to go through this entire clip, because they're just trying to paint a certain picture, which this is how the media works. So I'm not really mad at them. But currently, Binance is the number 5th largest coin, and it is currently trading at a little bit over $1,100. Now, this thing has gone completely bananas over, the past couple months or so. Now, literally, let me see, on September 3rd, it was $855. The highest it's ever been was $1,300. I could actually see this probably flipping XRP. Now, Coinbase, believe it or not, Coinbase just picked up Binance. Coinbase just picked it up. You can actually buy Binance on Coinbase, right? Which is their competitor, right? So, there's a lot of things going on, a lot of moving and shaking. Obviously, it's obvious that Washington pushed pressure on a lot of these exchanges to do what they want. That's pretty obvious. I don't know if any of you all have noticed that Coinbase and Crypto.com and Gemini, they've been unleashing new cryptocurrencies like quickly, back to back every day. This particular crypto is currently available. And, it is what it is. Good for us. More stuff for us to trade, more stuff for us to short, more stuff for us to put into, our crypto wallets if they carry the particular tokens. Now, Binance has had crazy growth. I actually think that, this could be a $10,000 coin in the future. Most definitely a $10,000 coin. But we're going to keep an eye on this. Make sure you all subscribe to the channel. Got more videos coming. We're going to keep doing our thing. And once again, make sure you stay tapped in. The 1, never the 2. Your boy, the Crypto Goon. Shout out to all my goons. Crypto Goon out.